Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Truth Seeker Nation. Yet another day of uncovering the truth and speaking the truth. And each day that goes by is just a beautiful blessing, okay? And some more knowledge that we've come across. Oh boy, you guys love knowledge, right? Well, an interesting little tidbit, and we're going to be talking a little bit, bringing a fan favorite in the mix today. It's a pretty good franchise, if I say so myself. And I've had a lot of fun watching it. I've learned a lot of things watching it as well. And that little franchise is something I like to call Star Trek, okay? And the original series was great. Okay, it's a work of art. Okay, and the movies are great too. Okay, you got the first one, second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, and then of course you got Generations with the last one movie, I should say, with Kirk. And out of those original series movies, you know, one that I feel one movie, and they're all good in my opinion. They're all good in their own way. Obviously, due to fan opinion, there's maybe some that they like better than others, but ultimately we all come together at the love of Star Trek. All right. And one thing from my personal experience that I've come across and that I've noticed, and that it's a movie that's slept on. It's out of those six movies, there's the one movie that is extremely slept on, and that is Star Trek 4, The Voyage Home. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you why. And it's just something I've noticed. A lot of people. I hear a lot of people talking about Star Trek 2. Wrath of Khan. That's an awesome movie, of course, too. All right, that's a timeless classic. But like I said, it all comes back to they're all good in their own way, right? And one valuable thing that I've noticed and learned out of watching the fourth one is that, you know, man will try to take things in their own hands and do something and fuck with something that they don't have a clue of what they're doing. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna just put that in perspective. So, for instance, in the movie, if you guys haven't seen Star Trek 4, this is gonna be spoiler warning. Okay, go check that movie out. I really implore you to. If you had literally never seen Star Trek 4, I will literally tell you to stop this video right now and go see it. Okay, because then what I'm talking about will make so much more sense. Okay. But spoiler warning, okay, again. Now, the whole plot of the movie is that there's this probe that comes down to Earth and it's making this weird ass noise, starships can't pick it up, they don't know the language, and starships come across it, you can't do shit because they get rendered inert, right? They get turned off mysteriously. Okay, sensors don't know what to make of it. It's all mysterious mumbo jumbo. They don't know what to do. And then the probe hovers over Earth, and then you notice that there's a bunch of storms and shit all over the place. It's a really bad situation, to the point where the president literally says, "Attention, all vessels, do not come towards Earth because there is a probe in orbit that is wrecking havoc in the ionosphere," is what he said. Oh, something, I think it's the ionosphere. And you notice in the movie they represented it's all a bunch of storms and the oceans are all, it's like, damn, what the fuck is going on? You're hearing that loud ass weird noise, right? You'll know what noise I'm talking about. What the probe makes, that weird noise, okay? And they're like, what the hell is going on, right? But turns out that Uhura is able to decipher it, and they're like, this sounds like a humpback whale call when that same sound that the probe is emitting is played underwater. Okay? Now, the whole plot of the movie, Kirk has to go back in time. Well, first of all, let's dissect this, okay? The whole reason that the whole movie is a thing, right, is because the humpback whales, there are no humpback whales in that time frame of the movie. That movie is based on like 23 something, or 22 something, I'm sorry, 2250s or something like that. The original series timeline, era, okay, in the future. And by that time, Kirk says, well, let's get one of the humpback whales. Guess what? There is no humpback whales because in the movie, they specifically state that man has hunted whales to the point of extinction in the 21st century. Okay. Now, they have keep that in mind, okay? There is no humpback whales in that time frame. So that's what sparks Kirk and his crew to go back in time to try and reverse something that during the time that they were doing something, they didn't know what was going to happen, okay? They didn't know 100, 200 years in the future that a probe was going to come and try to communicate with humpback whales, and then proceeded to basically, the movie heavily implies that if the probe was not able to communicate with the whales, the whole world was going to be fucked up beyond belief, okay? Because that probe was so mad that it was calling and there was no answer, okay? There was no answer from the humpback whales. But see, here's the thing where I'm getting with this, guys. This is really in detail, and I hope you're following me here. But Kirk in the movie, one of my favorite quotes is Spock. And in that whole scene that they're discovering that it actually sounds like a humpback whale call, during that whole thing, the most interesting thing happens, and that's Spock, okay? Spock says something. He says, it would be up to man's arrogance. It would be man's arrogance to assume that the message must be meant for man. Okay. Now, with that being said, all right. Listen, guys, I think I'm going to title this video We're Not Ready to Meet Any Aliens of Any Kind, okay? And I'm gonna explain why. Okay. They're always talking about discovering Dyson's. I saw this shit on the news. Discovering Dyson's spheres in the in the space and all this other kind of shit, right? And like evidence of alien life. And everybody's always talking about, man, when's the day that aliens are gonna come show themselves and have interactions with humankind, right? Alright, guys, let's go into detail here. First of all, there's already different species here on the planet that we're not treating correctly, first of all. Second of all, not communicating with correctly, okay? And third of all, a lot of times not even attempting the method of communication to communicate with these other beings on our planet, right? And what I'm leading to with this is animals, okay? Animals, right? Our four-legged friends, or dogs or cats. Maybe they have some fins on them as well. They may be a little bit bigger than us, but they have big, beautiful fins. They're huge. They like to breach out of water, okay? Or you have some of the, giggly little dolphins, in the ocean, maybe our little friendly creatures of that sort of nature. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. And a lot of times, guys, you just all you got to do is just turn on Google, and you'll see that there is shelters designed to kill these magnificent animals. And my first reaction to that is, what the fuck? Okay, what the fuck? Father put us humans on this planet to be the elite, the shepherds of animals. We are supposed to be the ones that are shepherding our animals, okay? Not treating them like crap, not leaving them outside all day in the ice cold, okay? Not dumping a bunch of shit into their homes, all of that kind of stuff, guys. And not only that, but sometimes we have these magnificent creatures right alongside of us the whole lives. And let me get in really detail about this method of communication, okay? That communication is love, okay? When you think about it, these animals, they don't speak English. They don't come up to you and be like, "Hey, hi, can you change my litter box today?" No, they don't communicate in that way. Okay, they don't communicate in that way. But if you have the eye to see it, and you are willing to go above and beyond like Uhura did in translating that whale probe message, then it'll make sense, guys. The animals and our companions will show us appreciation and show us love, and a lot of times we don't pay attention to that. The simple act of a cat coming up to you and rubbing on you and purring, that's a language, okay? A dog doing certain things, a dog, showing its affection to you, or there's a certain aura about an animal that it can give off that you can tell, hey, this is my companion, okay? Listen, guys, the term dog is man's best friend hasn't just come out of nowhere and pulled out of the ass for any kind of reason, okay? It's because if you really have the eye to see it, even if that dog has chosen not to show that full love and loyalty to you, you can see it by whoever that dog has chosen to be its loyal companion, okay? And there's certain individuals that go their whole life without even paying one lick of attention to that love and that loyalty that beautiful animal companion is showing you. Failure and lack of communication. Because guess what? There was never an attempt in the first place to try and decipher that communication. So if you don't even take that attempt to decipher that kind of communication, how the hell are you going to communicate with it? Okay? How the hell are you going to communicate with any kind of creature? Okay? Just because a creature does not speak English doesn't mean that it can't communicate. These creatures go our whole lives. They don't speak English. They don't talk. But they do provide a method of communication that maybe we need to pick up on and make the attempt, guys. So we're over here talking about aliens coming from outer space when we haven't even mastered the different species that's here on planet Earth already. So what makes you think that there's going to be certain outside beings that are going to want to come in and shake your hand when the different species that's already here on the planet are not being made any kind of attempt to be communicated with or to be treated in a in a humane way, you know? And guys, there should be no kill shelters, okay? End of story. There's no reason for it. And what's the reason for it? You'll hear all this kind of, mansplaining bullshit of why something needs to happen, not aware of all the outside things. So that's when Father has to step in to guide his grasshoppers once again, okay? And here's the thing. You want to say that kill shelters are a way of population control. Well, wait, hold on a second. Why are we trying to do this population control and fucking around with any kind of population control to begin with, okay? Because that's not the reason we're here. The reason we're here is to live our best life, smile, do what we want to do, and have a good time doing it, loving our friends and family, the ones that come in our lives, and all of this other, bullshit of, trying to justify evil, okay? And there's way too much of that going on, okay? Way too much of this justifying evil, okay? In any way, shape, form, or fashion, evil is unacceptable, okay? It doesn't matter how you decorate it, okay? There was this one shop that I used to take my Monte Carlo to, growing up all the time in Bolingbrook. And he said something, we brought a car in, and he said something really that's just stuck with me. And he said, he hates it when these dealerships, clean and make these engines look all pretty and shit, okay? But unbeknownst to the person that has bought that vehicle, there's a bunch of mechanical shit that's all fucked up with it. They just clean it up to make it look nice. You know what I mean? And a person that is not knowledgeable on how an engine works, they can easily be misled on thinking that, hey, that's a good engine because it looks pretty. Okay? It's the same reason why there's a lot of times, guys, the Bible talks about, sin disguising itself as a beautiful thing. Okay? And that's why you have a lot of these individuals these days going around perpetuating, and justifying and trying to defend all this kind of evil that's going on in the world today. And this is why we need to be vigilant of this, guys. This is why we need to take these stands and go against the flow. I love that term, go against the flow. And it's something that a lot of people, and guys, I hope that getting that brain sparked will cause you to go against the flow too. Because you'll run into it with anything, guys. Sin will disguise itself as something beautiful. It's the same thing of why when I had my experience with Christianity, I wasn't fulfilled. Even I wasn't fulfilled at all at talking and getting to know our Heavenly Father. Because first of all, guys, I'm gonna tell you something. I did a simple Google search of voices of God and hearing Father talk to us. Okay, because he'll answer that phone. Remember I told you last video, if you call him, he'll answer. Okay, and you just have to know how to talk to him. All right. Now, the thing is that when we are talking to him, okay, this is the reason why I'm always preaching about that we need to come to him, okay? Otherwise, we're going to be in a situation where we're trying to do all of these things on our own, okay? And one of the main things that I'm trying to get across in this video, guys, is that there are certain things and certain things going on that you may not be aware of behind the scenes, okay? And it's always good to, when that brain is sparked, don't keep it sparked, you know? Keep looking into things, okay? Keep looking into certain things, because you will find out real quick that there's a lot of perpetuating evil in this world. A lot of perpetuating evil and a lot of defending evil, and it's unacceptable, okay? Just plain and simple, you know? Plain and simple. And, you know, you got individuals killing each other over this Masonic currency they got plastered in everybody's faces. You know, guys, you know what? We're gonna take a little pit stop here, all right? And I'm gonna go ahead and grab our dollar bill. I'm gonna go ahead and grab our dollar bill, okay? Now, good old dollar bill. Okay, guys. Now, I'm going to implore you to go ahead and grab a dollar bill out of your wallet. Okay, look on the back. You see that pyramid? Now, let me ask you something, and I want to quiz you. Well, now, as you have that dollar bill in your hand and you're looking at that pyramid, I want you to take note of something underneath there. Okay? It's something that is not English. Okay? And let's see if I can pronounce it. You tell me, what does Novus Ordo Seclorum mean? What the fuck is that? Huh? Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you guys and leave it there. I'm not gonna go too into detail. It's all about getting the brain sparked. Why don't you look up what that is? Look up what the hell that means. Because I'm gonna be real with you. This shit I've been holding this shit in my hands for as long as I can remember. And I don't even know what the fuck half of this shit on the back of this bill means. Alright? And here's the thing, guys. We're conditioned to not ask those questions. Because the controllers of this world want you to have the mindset of worker mentality and not a thinker mentality. They want a nation of workers and not thinkers. It's why you see all this going around of getting the 9 to 5, these individuals growing old and all this and that. Because all they want you to do is just work your life away. They want you to be, this is why I'm always saying that I'm running from this Babylonian system. Because that's all it is. It's all a system in place to keep you chained down. Okay? And this is the same currency, okay? This is the same currency that you got motherfuckers dying every day for. Okay, you got people going out here killing innocent individuals for some fucking paper that says Novus Ordo Seclorum on it. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, and this this is the thing, guys. What I'm trying to tell you, and look, I'm just being honest with you. I mean, what is this shit? I mean, like, and you got. Just keep in mind that people are dying every day because people are trying to get a piece of this. Just a piece of this. And that's money. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just implying you guys to just do some homework. I mean, just do some listening, guys. I mean, and you know, ask yourself, is this how you want to live? Okay, you know, do you want to be screwing over your fellow man for percentages, for some piece of paper that says Novus Ordo Seclorum on it? What the fuck? No. Okay? Because life is worth more than some fucking paper. Okay, this bullshit that's printed off, all of this is just a really heavy entice in their Masonic currency that is pushing people to do this evil, to obtain this evil ass currency that drives people to do this evil shit. You know what I mean? So this is why they hate it when we're going against the flow, because when you're using this kind of currency to help people, truly help people, you know, and truly help them get out of a really negative spot, they don't like that shit. They don't like that, man, because this makes them it makes them angry, because that is not the way that Samael wants this currency used. Okay, he doesn't want it to be used to help people. Okay, he wants people like P. Diddy that are high and have a lot of power in the music industry to do all this fucking evil scumbag shit behind the scenes for this currency. Okay? And I'm just, if you guys don't believe me, take the dollar bill and look at it yourself. Here it is in the camera. You can't really see it that well. Okay? You can't see that well at all, okay? You guys are going to have to grab a dollar bill and look at that yourself. Get a magnifying glass. Use whatever you need to do to enhance that vision to be able to see that. And you go ahead, type in Novus Ordo Seclorum on Google and dive into what is the meaning of that. What does that mean? Why is this plastered on the dollar bill? What does that mean? And that's all you need to do, guys. And if that can spark a journey, then I'm happy to do so. Because this is why I'm always talking about running from this Babylonian system, man. Because this is some bullshit. Alright, they got people over here killing other people in the hood and everything else over some, bullshit ass paper. You know what I mean? And like, that's not the way to go about it, man. I mean, and this is why I said, they over here plastering in our faces, oh, we discovered some alien civilization and shit. Homies, we gotta take a slow down, okay? Because there's some aliens, different species that's already here. That's already here. We lived with them for thousands of years, okay? Still have not treated the species, aliens that are different from us, with respect and dignity. And some individuals have not even taken the time to learn that language. Okay? Learn the language. Okay? If a cat is coming up to you, rubbing on you and purring, dissect that language. Dissect the language. Make an attempt to understand the language. If anything, make an attempt to understand purring, okay? What does a cat do when it purrs? And just look at the little cues that you'll get, okay? And learn that language. Learn that love language, guys, because that cat is telling you that it's very comfortable with you, around you, and loves you, okay? And if you just pay attention to these little small things, every creature on this planet has its own little way of showing some kind of love, You hear about, whales saving humans. That's incredible, all right? You hear that, man? And that just almost makes me want to cry, okay? Look at also some of the dolphins that save humans, okay? You mean to tell me, guys, that our thank you for a whale saving a human life is dumping oil in their home? Come on, man. Don't do that. That's very highly disrespectful. Don't do that. Okay? Because that shows right there that we're not ready to... Some people are just not ready to delve into that new language and try to communicate. But here's the thing, guys. The language is not hard. Okay? It's not hard at all. Alright? So just take heed of what I'm saying today on this message. Alright? I hope that you followed me. I hope that you took some kind of positivity from this message, okay? And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I hope you guys are continuing to do what you want to do, and continuing to smile and live your best life, and resist this system in any way, shape, or form. They want people going over here killing each other for this shit. You know what I mean? Well, our response is to, let's go and see what we can do something to help with this, see how we can help someone else get out of a rut, or see any kind of positive action that we may be able to take in helping a human life with this, instead of them trying to push people to do this evil shit to try and get this currency. Okay? And that's all. I'm going to leave it there, guys. I'm going to leave that message for you. I'm going to let that sink in, because here at Truth Seeker Nation, it's a lot of Truth Seeker bombs, okay? A lot of truth bombs that may not be for everybody, but it's just the truth, guys. It's just out. I'm just putting it out there, and Father is using me in ways that He sees fit. I'm more than happy to oblige to that, okay? And to help whoever is behind that screen, okay? And I love you guys, okay? Don't let this system bring you down. Don't let, all this bullshit about, people preaching, talking about they're doing God's work, trying to go against homosexuality and going against all this and that. You know what, guys? Don't even let that bother you, because half of these people that go around saying that they're doing God's work, they don't have the right mindset. They're doing the devil's work, okay? What we need to be doing, this is why Father is asking us to come to Him, to talk to Him, because we'll be able to distinguish the evil in this world. He'll help us navigate the evil in this world. You check out what I'm saying? So that's all, guys. I'm just implying you to take that first step to call, and you'll start seeing some things. Now, the truth may not be comfortable, okay? I'm just going to be honest. It may not be comfortable, just like it wasn't comfortable for me to hear that I'm just going to have to cut meat out of my diet, okay? It was the truth, and I thank Father for having me hear that, because it's something that I needed to hear. If you want to make positive lifestyle changes, sometimes you have to take that first step, and at least trying, and that's all that matters, as long as you're trying to do what's best for you, and according to what Father's guiding you, to have a good and successful life, okay? So I hope you guys have a beautiful day, alright? I love you guys so much, okay? Every soul out there that has helped me and touched me, I hope that you have a beautiful day as well. And even the souls that just can't see eye to eye, I still wish you the best. I still wish you, a beautiful day. It's not about forcing an opinion on nobody or nothing like that. It's just about presenting the truth and letting you see for yourself, and then you can make the decision. That's what free will is. You get make the decision, guys. So again, I love you, okay, from the bottom of my heart. You guys have a beautiful rest of your day, and always seek the truth. Don't settle for any lies. Don't settle for any half, peddle bullshit. Seek the full answer. Seek the full truth. Don't let anybody get mad at you for asking too many questions. Okay, there's never too many questions. Okay, because the minute that the truth doesn't mind being questioned. Okay, so that's why you got guys like MC Toon that got whole websites dedicated to debunking that flat earth shit. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't mind being questioned. The truth doesn't mind being questioned, because the answers are right there, guys. Okay? So you guys take it easy, all right? You guys have a good, wonderful day. And I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that. And you guys take it easy, all right? I love y'all. Bye-bye.